angry that I could cry, because what is wrong with y'all black men? Like, what is really, really wrong with y'all? This is the second time within a week that a black man has fucking violated. And I'm so angry because
I feel for this creator. I watched the whole thing, and it's wild. It's wild. It's just a matter of compassion and courtesy could have been extended. But what I'm noticing is a bigger picture. I'm noticing that there is something at play that I don't think many women expected or knew was going to happen. And it's something that is part of nature. It is a basic reaction to what's going on. Hear me out. Yeah, y'all gotta pardon me. Bit of a lupusy flare-up day, just a bit. But there is a larger trend going on that I know people notice, but they think like, it's not that big of a deal. But it actually is a big deal, because it's going to affect a lot of women in ways that they don't understand and they might not be ready for. First things first, the more women, especially black women, the more we delineate from needing validation from black men, the more we start living within our own truth, being real, being honest with ourselves, the more that we get therapy, the more that we heal, the more that we break toxic cycles, the more that we start to work on ourselves, it's going to naturally bring on more violence, more like arguments, more disagreements, more lack of compassion, more anger. It's going to bring all of that on from black men. I'm just saying. It's something that is bound to happen. It's going to foster that in them. Because so many men are not working on themselves. Because so many men, especially black men, I want to make sure that people understand that I'm speaking on the black woman, black men dynamic. Because so many black men try to align themselves with whiteness and white patriarchy. When I tell you, black men need to understand that they are not white men. They can't do what white men can do. Once that is understood, they will then come around to understanding where black women are coming from. But as long as they keep operating in this type of behavior that they feel like they can talk to any woman any kind of way they want, that they can run things, once they get it through their head that they can't do that, they will then back up, open their eyes, and go, oh snap. Let us listen to what black women may have to say.
My goodness, sis, get to the point, man. Get to the point. It took her forever to get to the point. Now, just to even argue about what she is talking about, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. All this is just another way of her trying to justify her hatred for men. She dislikes men. She hate men. She dislike men. She don't want nothing to do with men. And it's easier to always blame men for your problems, your trauma, your like all of that stuff, man. And it's sad because men have to sit here and defend this stuff. And when we do defend this stuff, we then get comments of, oh, well, all y'all do is want to sit here and talk about women all day. All you want to do is this. You don't even want to hold other men accountable. When that is false. Most of your men hold other men accountable. That will always be the case. If a man does something to a woman, we hold him accountable physically. If a man says something or is doing something, man, that is just wrong and we see it, we are going to hold him accountable. But of course, women like to push the narrative that they don't. Women like to push the narrative that black men don't protect black women. And of course, in this situation, as you can see, she said that, hey, listen, these men make me feel some type of way. At least in the beginning of the video, she really wasn't arguing the actual point or the actual reason as to why the woman was upset. Now, of course, we're going to go over the video, but the fact that this woman can just jump on the internet and just try to jump on this hate train for black men, and then and you have so many women constantly commenting and saying, oh, well, this is true. It becomes unhinged at some point. It really becomes unhinged. You want to delineate from black men. You say that, hey, well, listen, all this was just an act of kindness. But yet you look at how a lot of your women treat men, talk to men. But yeah, you talk about your want kindness. The fact that you're even making this video and just lying and just trying to push a false narrative to try to scare women away from dating men and being around black men, it doesn't make any sense. Well, KB, the videos that you're doing could be spreading, hate and this, that, and the third. When you are willingly jumping on the internet to lie on men, to try to push narratives, to push a false narrative just so you can get validations from other women, that is an issue. That is an issue because now you're putting other men in the crossfire. And because we literally are watching women not hold a woman accountable or saying, well, we need to hear from the man's side of the story. Can we at least see, can we know who the man is? Tell us who the men are. Please tell us who the men are so we can go ahead and hear this side of the story. But they're really not ever going to go that far. They're just going to say, hey, well, listen, here's what men do. Here is my experience of what I've, quote unquote, dealt with men, and just take my word for it. Just trust me, bro. You're saying you want peace and kindness, but yet you literally making videos just so you can go ahead and distance black women away from black men. It doesn't make any sense. How are we going to protect you? And this is where we're saying a lot of you women don't know what the hell they want. 1 minute they want us to protect them, then the next minute they want to stay away from us. You want to delineate from us. So you just want to go ahead and say F men's preference, F the standards of men, but yet you're still expecting men to continue to be men for you. It does not make sense. You can't have your cake and eat it too. But here's the actual video that she was reacting to.
I'm so fucking angry. Yeah, it's me again, angry. And I'm so angry that I could cry because what is wrong with y'all black men? Like, what is really, really wrong with y'all? This is the second time within a week that a black man has fucking violated. And I'm so angry because, like, really what I want to do is just put my hands on you. And then I got to remember that I am a woman. Even though I know that I could throw hands, I'm still a woman at the end of the day. So I'm walking down the block. I want to go get on the bus. And I'm like, damn, I just missed the bus. And so I'm talking to my sister on FaceTime. I'm like, damn, girl, I just missed the bus or whatever. But I'm walking, and there's a lot of traffic going down 125th. And that was the second bus was the most recent bus I missed. There was one that was just in front of it, and I saw it from way down the block. And I'm like, damn, that's two buses. So it's going to be a minute before another bus comes. So I'm walking and talking, and I was making a joke because I was like, oh, shit, the bus is at a light. I said, I got on these goddamn Crocs. I feel like I could boing my way to the motherfucking next bus stop. That's how cushiony these bitches are. And so the light did catch it, and so I run for the bus. I catch it. My sister was like, oh, you caught the bus? And I'm like, yes. And then I pay my fare. Like everybody else gets on the bus, they don't pay their fare. I pay my fare. And then as the bus is like, the door's closing, people are screaming at me, like, not screaming at me, but they're like, you dropped your glasses. You dropped your glasses. And I'm like, oh, shit. I had my seeing glasses on, but I had them pushed up on the top of my head. And so they were like, you dropped your glasses. And I'm like, oh, these are not no glasses from the TikTok shop. These are my motherfucking Balenciagas. These are my seeing glasses, my progressives. So I was like, I'm sorry, I have to get off, right? And he like, watch the door, like mad aggressive. So I'm like, okay. So he opens the door, and the young man on the back of the bus is like, so the bus is slightly, it's not out of the thing yet, but it's pulling out. I jump off. So let's just say my glasses are at the back door. Like I'm at the front, but my glasses at the back door. So the young man is like, he's like, just come to the back door. Basically, I open the door for you so you could get back on the bus. So I run off the bus, grab my glasses, literally from the front to the back of the bus. You know this motherfucker pulls off? And I'm like, and it's the same person was like, watch the door. I'm like, why are you so angry? And I'm not saying you can't be angry. You can be angry. Maybe your mother died. Maybe your father died. Maybe you had a loss in your family. Maybe you ain't got no more PTO to take off. Maybe your wife left you. Maybe you're going for child. I don't know. You may have a litany of shit that has you upset, that has you angry, that has you pissed off. But why do you have to take it off to me? And now he doesn't owe me anything. But at the end of the day, what we owe one another is kindness and basic fucking humanity. Like it would have hurt you to wait 30 seconds. You didn't even wait 30 seconds for me to get to the bus. I made it to the fucking bus. on time. Like, and you couldn't wait 30 seconds for me to get my glasses, and I paid my fucking fare. So you like, fuck it, she just got to pay the fare. Why are we so nasty? And that's the second time this week. The other day was with a USPS worker, and I'm going to tell you that story another time, but I can only have space for one story at a time. But my voice is cracking because I'm going to crack him upside his motherfucking head. And if it was no traffic there, I would have ran. Child, now I know why they give you a felony. Because some of the shit they be doing, you want to, I just don't understand. And it's, again, a black man, the second one this week. I don't understand what the hell your problem is. And then why y'all taking it out on black women. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Once again, guys, you need to take these videos with a grain of salt. And I'm not saying that this video is a skit. You just need to take what these women say with a grain of salt. You got to take what they say with a grain of salt. And once again, man, and guys, listen, just listen, man. Just listen to how funny this is, right? You are sitting here telling me that you dropped your glasses. You say you got some expensive glasses, and it look like you're wearing a Gucci bag. It look like you wear a lot of designer, but you're taking the bus. But you are taking the bus. So I could just only assume that if a man would have robbed her because they saw a pocketbook, they see a Gucci pocketbook, they see this chick is dressed down, they might think that you have a little bit of money. They rob you, then what are you going to say? I'm pretty sure she's going to jump on the internet and say, well, y'all men over here robbing women. Y'all really aren't men. When most of your men wouldn't rob a woman. When most of your men are not what you say we are. What this chick is trying to portray black men out to be. And granted, there are some men who do some stupid stuff. There are some men who do some stupid stuff. Those are your Pookies and Ray Rays. Are always going to be they will always be around. They will always be around. But can we just first acknowledge the fact, right? Because let's look for some solutions here. First, let's acknowledge the fact that you can dress down in Gucci, you can dress down in all of this designer clothing, but yet you're taking a bus. And you missed the bus. I think she said she missed the bus twice. Your priorities are screwed, man. Your priorities are screwed. But yet these are the type of women that jump onto the internet, has really nothing to the name, but yet they want to sit here, man, and try to get on the hate train just so they can get some clicks and views. They try to push a narrative just so they can get some clicks and views. And it will get it will get exposed every single time. It will get exposed every single time. They come on here to try to make up stories. They're making up stories just so they can try to push the narrative that your black men aren't this, that your black men are a trouble to society, when that's really not the case. How about we don't delineate from black men and we just say, well, you know what? How about we start gravitating more towards what a pick me is like? How about we start gravitating more towards what men are expecting from our woman? Period. If you can literally pick that up, you get the key to everything else. You get the key to everything else, but women want to play the game their way, and it will never work their way. It will never work their way. But I mean, hey man, look, y'all guys, let me know down below. What do y'all guys think? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.